The moment your breath hitches is not when you see the evidence. It is 30 seconds later when the icy dread truly sinks its teeth in. I learned that at 11:47 p.m. on a Tuesday, sitting in my own driveway, staring at a text on Chloe's phone that ended 10 years of my life. My name is Liam, and I am an architect. I built beautiful things, intricate structures, and I thought I would build an unbreakable life with her. I was wrong. For years, I believed we had something real. 7 years together, 4 married. A beautiful daughter, Lily, who just turned 3. Our house, the one I would design every detail of, was more than just walls. It was a testament to our future, a blueprint of our love. I remember painstakingly assembling Lily's crib, the scent of fresh pine and new beginnings filling the nursery. That was our life, solid, structured, growing. This is a sentence to help alignment. 045. Chloe, a social media manager, was my rock. Or so I thought. She always seemed so vibrant, so focused on our family. Our evenings were filled with Lily's laughter, shared dinners, and quiet conversations on the couch. We were a team, navigating toddlerhood, careers, and the general beautiful chaos of life. The first crack was almost imperceptible. A slight shift in her evening routine. More late-night work calls she would take in the spare room. The way she would angle her phone subtly when I walked into the kitchen. I would tell myself it was the pressure of her new promotion, the demands of being a working mom. Any architect knows small stresses can cause large cracks later. This is a sentence to help alignment. 30. I would rationalize it. She is just tired. It is probably her boss. I tried to be the cool guy, the understanding husband who did not get jealous. But a cold knot began to form in my stomach. I would find myself looking at her, really looking, and seeing a stranger, even in the most familiar moments. Our conversations became shallower, like skipping stones on a lake that used to be deep. Then came the digital whispers. One evening, she left her tablet on the counter. A notification flashed a comment from an unfamiliar name on an old Facebook photo. Just a thinking of you emoji, but it sent a shiver down my spine. Before I could process it, she snatched the tablet, her movements too quick, too defensive. This is a sentence to help alignment. 2030. Her behavior changed. She started going to a new gym for stress relief, sometimes disappearing for hours. Her phone was a constant companion, face down, always charged. The vibrant energy I once loved now felt guarded, almost secretive. She would snap at me over trivial things, then immediately apologize, the forced sweetness feeling like sandpaper on my nerves. The emotional distance became a chasm. Her touch felt fleeting, her kisses less present. It was like living in a beautiful house where the heating system was slowly failing. You could see the structure, appreciate the design, but the warmth was gone. I remember reaching for her hand one night, and she just pulled away, mumbling about being tired. The cold metal of my wedding ring felt heavy, a symbol of something unbreakable that was now twisting in my grasp. This is a sentence to help alignment. 3045. I had the words in my throat so many times. Is everything okay? Are you happy? Is there something you are not telling me? But every time I swallowed them like poison. I did not want to hear the answer. I did not want to be the suspicious husband. I wanted to believe in the structure we would build. One rainy Saturday afternoon, Lily was napping and Chloe was running errands. I was tidying up her home office, a task I often did, when I found her old laptop in a drawer. It had a charging cable connected, but no power. I plugged it in just to see if it worked. This is a sentence to help alignment. 6th outed. The screen flickered to life. I was not looking for anything, truly. But then I saw it, an open email tab, minimized. The subject line was, "Still thinking of you," and the sender, the same name from the Facebook notification. My heart started hammering, a frantic rhythm against my ribs. I felt a cold wave wash over me, stealing the air from my lungs. This is a sentence to help alignment. 6030. I clicked, my fingers numb. And then I started to read. Not just one email, but an entire hidden folder. Months, stretching back before our marriage, and then sporadic, intimate messages from the last year. Texts, transferred and saved. Long confessions from Chloe to this man, Mark, about her unhappiness with her life, her longing for a different path, her regrets. And then the killer blow. Liam is a good man, stable, he will make a good father. But it is not you, Mark, it was never you, 7,000. The world froze at 7,014 p.m. I saw the date of one message, the week before I proposed. He is going to ask, and I do not know what to do. You always had my heart. My entire marriage, the life I would meticulously build, was revealed as a backup plan, a safe harbor she sailed into when her true love was unavailable. It was not just past cheating, it was an ongoing emotional affair, a secret life where I was a placeholder. The scent of Lily's baby shampoo on my shirt suddenly felt like a lie. This is a sentence to help alignment. 7,045. I do not remember leaving the house. My feet just moved. I got in my car, the worn leather of the steering wheel suddenly unfamiliar beneath my tight grip. I drove aimlessly, the city lights blurring through a film of tears I could not stop. The only person I called was my brother, Ben. His voice, usually so steady, cracked when I told him, "Liam, are you sure?" I ended up in a forgotten park, staring at the empty swings, imagining Lily there. The silence of my car was deafening, only broken by the specific ping of Chloe's phone from my coat pocket, a forgotten echo of the trail. I scrolled through those emails again, trying to find a loophole, a misunderstanding, anything to claw back the foundation of my life. There was nothing. The next morning, the house felt alien. Chloe was making coffee, humming, oblivious. The smell of stale coffee and her usual perfume, a scent I once loved, now felt suffocating. I could not pretend. I sat her down at the kitchen table, the laptop open between us. This is a sentence to help alignment. 10,000. Who is Mark? My voice was flat, devoid of emotion, like a broken instrument. She stammered, tried to deny, then minimize. He was an old friend, Liam, nothing, but I pushed. I read snippets, dates, her own words. The calm, devastating conversation was worse than any scream. She finally broke, admitting she would always loved him, that he was the one that got away. She said she was sorry, that she loved me too in a different way. Those words shattered the last fragile pane of glass. A different way meant not enough. My marriage, my family, was a practical solution, not a passionate choice. I stood up, walked to our bedroom, and packed a bag. The weight of each folded shirt felt like a concrete block. This is a sentence to help alignment. 11,000. Now, I am living in a rented studio, a sterile box compared to the home I built. The practicalities are a nightmare. Co-parenting schedules, splitting assets, explaining to Lily why Daddy is not home. The psychological impact is deeper. Every memory feels tainted. Was I ever truly loved, or just a placeholder? I look in the mirror and do not know who I am without the foundation I thought I had. This is a sentence to help alignment. 11,030. What do I do with all our photos, the ones that show a happy family, knowing the truth behind them? Our lease on the house is not up for another 8 months, a constant reminder of what is gone. And I do not know who Liam, the architect, the husband, the father, is when the very ground he built on was hollow. If you have been through this, how did you survive the first month? How do you rebuild when the blueprint of your entire life has been proven false?